Hey everyone, it's Pearlescent Toys, back in today's video with another Marvel Legends action figure review from the Deadpool and Wolverine wave. We have Headpool and Marvel's Logan.
Bruh.
This is probably the most mind-boggling release from this year so far. I'm just at a loss for words. Why? Hopefully we get more figures from this movie because here is the side art with Headpool, and here's the back of the box with a bio. Headpool is a floating, disembodied zombie head Deadpool, the merc with only a mouth. And no mention of Logan. That's actually pretty funny. Here is the UPC in case you want to go hunting this yourself. Alright, but without further ado, let's get into the review. Here is Logan out of the packaging. Let's just look at the figure itself. Kicking things off with the feet, and this is a really neat detail. If you've seen the movie, you'll know he's wearing his suit underneath his clothes in that bar scene. And I think this alludes to it very nicely. These shoes, they are the boots from his actual uniform. And if we bring in the other Wolverine from this wave, yeah, look, it's pretty much the same exact sculpt, minus some paint apps for that strap right there. Now, I'm not entirely sure if it was like that in the movie. I couldn't really pinpoint any part of that scene where you're able to see his shoes very clearly. It was a pretty dark scene, not thematically, like literally. It was very hard to see anything in that scene because everything was dark. But yeah, just a pretty neat detail. I love that. Now, moving up the pants. Oh boy, I can't remember where these pants are from. Wait, no. I was going to say, I don't remember where these pants are from. I do, though. They're from this Wolverine, the X2 Wolverine, the same exact sculpt. I don't mind them reusing those legs. I think they're fine. I really just wish they had covered up those pins on the side of the knees because they're just massive. They're really hard to overlook. Overall, the sculpt is fine, and I do like the khaki color. Khakis. Look at the unevenness of those pockets right there. Very realistic look to it, too. And you can see underneath a brown belt, matching up with those pants very nicely. And each of the loops have that different color. The belt is painted on, so yeah, that's a really nice touch, too. And you get a little bit of silver paint apps for that buckle right there in the middle. Very reflective. On the belt, there's some holes, too. Ooh, the detail. Moving up to the torso, I wanted to look at the shirt first. It's not accurate to the scene, however. His shirt went up to his actual neck right here to hide the suit underneath. Yeah, it's kind of weird seeing like his open bare chest, knowing that he has the suit on underneath, like where did it go? Now moving on to that jacket piece, and man, it looks really good. This is all brand new to my knowledge. Love all the buttons that are painted on going all the way down this side, and there's holes for them on the other side of the jacket as well. Some seams, some stitching going across these collars right here. This is a really neat Easter egg as well. He has his gloves tucked into this pocket right here. Again, he has a suit on underneath during this scene, so that's a really neat touch. And then going down the arms, and I really can't say if these arms are brand new or reused from another figure. I would assume that they are reuse. I just couldn't be sure at this time. But overall, like the sculpts and the paint apps are fine. It's just the shirt doesn't really make any sense, and the color should be a little bit darker. Now let's take a look at the co-star of this 2-pack. We have Headpool, a zombified head of Deadpool. I look at the eyes, look so realistic and like spooky almost. One is like looking down that way, one's looking straight forward. I love just the craziness of those eyes. The nose being painted in black too, and the mouth as well, giving some more depth to this face. And I love the rotted teeth right there. The brownness fading into yellow. Ooh, that just looks so good. Around the chin, you get some like weathering all around it. And the mask itself has that really nice texture. You could see around the eyes, that leathery texture, and then fabric throughout the rest. Very consistent with the other live action Deadpool figures. Of course, his like propeller hat, lots of stitching all throughout it, lots of seams. There's some holes going all around the temple, and you get some different paint apps for the straps of leather going across the top of the skull. And his little propeller, that's a very dark silver, a little bit reflective, not too much though. It's a fine piece. Now going over accessories, first up he comes with 2 fisted hands and 2 clawed hands. You guys know I absolutely love the mold for the movie claws. I think they should be used for every Wolverine figure. Now going over articulation for Headpool, it's just the propeller on top of his head. That's all you get. For Logan, his head is able to move up this much. He's able to look down a little bit. He has a really good pivot and some side-to-side movement. His arm is able to bend up this much. And he has a tiny bit of butterfly shoulder joint movement, allowing it to move this far back and this far forward. Shoulder rotation, an upper bicep swivel, a double jointed elbow that's able to bend in this much, and a standard wrist hinge allowing his hand to move up, down, and all the way around. He's able to bend back this much and go forward this much. He has a waist swivel allowing his body to move side to side, and his leg is able to kick up this much, go out to the side a tiny bit, and go back, well, not really at all. Upper thigh rotation, and a double jointed knee that allows him to bend his leg back this much, and his foot is able to move down not at all, and move up like not at all either. He does have some. Alright, now time for the size comparisons. First up, here we have Logan and Headpool next to Wolverine and Deadpool. Deadpool 1 and 2 Deadpool and X2 Wolverine. Captain America and the Human Torch. Stan Lee and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Comic accurate Short King Wolverine and Sasquatch Build-A-Figure Wave Deadpool. Actually, I wonder. Not a perfect match, but I actually don't hate this. Deadpool and Hydra Bob. Deadpool and Hydra Bob, Darwin and Morbius, and finally, Jeff the Landshark and Spider Ham. Alright, time for my final rating and my overall thoughts. I think I'm going to give Logan here a final rating of 6.5 out of 10. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to rank him a little bit low. I mean, this figure doesn't really do anything for me. This isn't one that I feel is very necessary for the collection, one that I'm proud to add to my collection. This release was kind of a miss for me, but I can't rank it any lower than a 6.5 because like the figure itself is decent. It's fine, really. Outside of like the mismatching colors and, you know, that shirt being inaccurate, like everything else is okay. It does have some pretty neat Easter eggs though, and the articulation is actually decently strong. Headpool on the other hand, I'll give him a 7 out of 10. I mean, it's a decent accessory. I love the sculpting and the paint apps. I think they are just top notch. And the ability to move the propeller on top of the head is a nice bonus. But there really isn't much else to say about it. It's just fine. A 7 out of 10. But yeah, that'll do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please comment down below what you thought of the figure. I would love to see your guys' opinions. And while you're at it, please like and subscribe and share with a friend. Anything you can do to support the channel will be greatly appreciated. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Bye. Oh no, I think I like tore something with that one. Deadpool 1 and 2 Deadpool and Stan Lee and Tobey. Excuse me.